Mia, what do you make of the numbers today coming through from MTN?
Well, I think that currency problem that they had on their earnings was, obviously it's an issue if it impacts your earnings so much, but I don't think it's a fundamental thing that I'd be too worried about at this stage. I think the underlying growth of MTN is still there for me. Going forward, they still have a lot of expansion to do throughout Africa if you look at the market space there. I know we talked about Nigeria earlier, you and I, and you said that they've been losing a market share there. That's a very competitive market that's actually driven by volumes more than anything else, because pricing is very competitive there. But I'm not too worried. They've got a lot of experience throughout difficult marketplaces where they've done very well. They've put themselves up there. They've actually grown to a substantial player in most of those markets through the years, and I don't think that will subside quite soon. If you look at the valuations on our market, they both MTN and Vodacom are actually still at quite relatively fair valuations compared to some of the other companies. So these two companies have also been good value adders for investors, and I think it's still something that you can have a look at.
That being said, one of the key themes I picked up today was the increased competition that MTN is facing, not only here in South Africa, in Nigeria, in Uganda, across the board, increasing competition. And it seems like they are, in various parts, their market share is starting to be eroded by that. What does that mean about earnings going forward specifically, in terms of course, that price competition erodes the margins?
You're right. No, they've said also to us today that they're changing that whole dividend policy, because I think that they want to have a lot more cash on hand as they might need it to be more competitive in some of these markets. Going forward, I mean, as I said, I'm not worried about the earnings going forward. I still think that they will be able to increase their earnings substantially in years forward. And I think they're doing a very conservative thing through changing their dividend policy and holding cash on hand for them to grow again. Initially, we got to know MTN as a company that was a stronger growth player, paying out a small dividend. Then a couple of years, 1 or 2 years ago, they changed their dividend policy to pay out quite substantial dividends, because they said they didn't have any acquisitions that they were eyeing. But now they're actually looking to pump more money into these businesses in all the difficult markets and markets around Africa that they already have going. And I think for them that is a good strategy. It indicates that they will be focusing on those areas, and I think that they will be able to actually remedy that.
Yeah. On the insurance space today, MMI Holdings coming out with their half-year earnings. Core HEPS up 16% to 1.5 billion. Do you like the insurance play in terms of the dividend? Because most people buy it as a pure dividend play, in fact. Well,
they do offer a lovely dividend. The whole sector, and MMI as well, is actually trading a little bit expensive at the moment. So I wouldn't just jump into these companies. There are other areas in the market that offer better value, but MMI specifically has done quite well. The underlying businesses have all performed well, especially the offshore area where they had a loss previously, and they now increase it to quite a good gain there. So all the underlying factors, all the underlying businesses that they have, they're quite diversified and offers a good spread for them to build on. So I see they're planning to go into Africa also, so it might be a good growth share to hold. If you're holding your portfolio, I certainly wouldn't sell it, but I won't just jump into these companies, probably wait for a little bit of weakness in the market.